And good morning from beautiful and non-burning Tahunga. Um, I am at my house right now waiting on a phone call from one of my vendors here. And I'll be heading off to the warehouse, get some work done, basically do some organization. Uh, One of the companies that Rick uses for actually his primary electronics company was sold pretty recently, and they have moved from one coast to the other, which I found out when I called to send stuff to get some stuff worked on. They're the guys who do all the like the foot triggers and the hi hat triggers and stuff. Um, or I should say the newer company. Those were originally done by Heart Dynamics, which doesn't exist anymore. So we now use a company called Pintech. So they're now in Alabama. Well, I shouldn't say they're coast. I don't know where they're at the coast, but they're in Alabama versus they were in Washington State. So I talked to the new owner a couple weeks ago, sent some stuff off, and now I'm basically waiting to hear back on when I'm going to get the gear back because I kind of need that stuff before we go to this next little trip. Speaking of the trip, I got an email this morning that has me a little unnerved. Um, Basically, it was a suggestion email regarding traveling to South America for those who haven't done that before. Most of the crew has done numerous tours South America. I've never been, so this is all new for me. Um, I'm a pretty I don't want to say oblivious person when it comes to dangerous situations, but I don't walk around being nervous about things. And one of the things was mentioned was be very careful where you go. Don't go anywhere by yourself. Bring minimal stuff with you, minimal expensive items, which for me is kind of a thing because I want to bring my camera rigs with me. My bare minimum plan was to bring this camera, which is the GH5, the two lenses I have with it because they're fuck all and tiny, and then bring my Sony and maybe 24-70, maybe one other lens, but probably just that lens for like my walk around photography camera. I really haven't shot any stills with this thing yet, and I just know I know what I can do with the Sony. I know what I can get out of it for stills. It's such a fantastic camera. But now I'm wondering if I should just bring just this and not bring the Sony. This thing is small enough where I can keep with me 24/7, or throw it in a hotel safe, or as one of my friends suggested, to hide it. Um, but yeah, I'm a little unnerved by that. And there's a fire truck going by with my house. Yeah, the guys are still down here, by the way. They're still working. They're still off doing brush stuff and probably double checking the valley. But no fires. Anyway, so back to South America and the gear. So I don't know what I'm bringing with me yet. I'm kind of a little nerved by that. I don't know if I should be nervous. Then the other thing was mentioned is like mosquitoes and all the disease. I mean, we have all our shots and all that, and I've got malaria pills with me and all that fun stuff. But whether one person suggested we get almost like DEET treated clothes, which I guess you can get through REI. I don't know if I'm being too nervous, or if people are making too big of a deal out of things, or if I should care or not, if it's if it's something I should be worried about, or just like a tour everywhere else, it's fine. If you guys have any thoughts, please chime in. Like, I've never done travel in South America, so I don't know. I don't know the current climate down there. I don't know the current the vibe. I know for the most part, for those of us who live in the U.S., traveling worldwide, the media makes it seem like it's a really dangerous thing. And I had friends who went to Egypt right after the Arab Spring, and they're like, it was fine. It was totally fine, totally safe. Whereas the media makes it seem like you're going to be kidnapped and tortured and shot when the minute you walk off a plane. So I don't know if I should just blow that all off, or pay attention. I realize it's coming from the guy who didn't leave his house when there was a fire going on, which probably says more about me than anything else. But yeah, I'm a little I'm concerned about that email this morning that I got. Just concerned whether I should really take it all to heart, or just do my natural instincts, which is bring my stuff with me and not worry about it. Yeah, and I don't know if I looked into some travels insurance in this morning. I don't know if anything would cover like my camera gear. Yeah, you look at a few other companies do, like there's a company called My Gear Vault, which is a Jared Polin company startup. Is a website, or it's an app and a website, or an app and a insurance company, I guess, that they work with. They insure your gear. But they have like some stipulations as far as what you can and can't, shoot as a photographer, and whether or not, I don't know if I qualify enough as a pro photographer to get past all the stipulations. So I might look into that. At the very least, it's a good site for keeping track of all your serial numbers and stuff, so I can put all my gear in and be able to, know what I have. So if something does happen, I can say this is exactly what's missing. Yeah, but I don't know. If you guys have any thoughts, please chime in. I'm definitely interested in hearing other people's, take on this stuff. So that'll probably be it for now. I'm gonna have my round 2 of coffee here, and hopefully I hear back from this company pretty soon. As I don't want to waste the entire day hanging out, and I kind of want to see if I can go hit some of the hillsides here to check out the fire damage, but all the roads are closed unless you live on this. Kind of pain in the ass. Like a lot of the main drags here are actually still closed. They open the freeway back up, but all the side roads are closed. I don't know why that is. If it's if they're concerned with looky-loos, or if it's getting away with the fire trucks. The fire that burned last year, that road is still closed a year later. I don't get why. I don't think the road is damaged, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Please chime in on South America if you have any thoughts. I want to hear them. And I'm back. So I didn't quite make it into work today. Just the story of my life here. I was waiting to hear back from one of Rick's vendors, I said earlier, and kind of decided to bust out some yard work while I was waiting. I did a bunch of work on my path in my house. Gave myself a really gnarly blister, which I won't show you because it's pretty gnarly. And then I'm getting on the phone with Steven, who's the new owner of Pintech, and just had the longest, best chat. Awesome guy. I'm really hoping that he does well with the company. But really cool story and really passionate, and I think it's going to be a good fit. Rick's thing and also my thing has always been that we kind of like having personal relationships with vendors and have more friendly than business like. The companies that I am fortunate to deal with are amazing. The people who work there are just utterly amazing. Even a company as large as Yamaha, which is a gigantic company, the reps for the music divisions are amazing. Like and I talk to them on a regular basis, and I'll go to birthday parties, have a beer with them. Super nice people, and it definitely makes working with them as a tech for an artist like a much better thing, and just easier. So the new Pendex guys, I really hope it works out. They're awesome. Give them some love. Thought a little bit more about the South America thing too from like this morning, and I'm still not quite sure what I'm gonna do as far as the gear. I know this camera is going for sure, like the exact rig I'm holding, which is my little GorillaPod, the camera, the lens, and I'll bring my other lens for as well. I have a 2 for this camera. I do want to bring my Sony, but I also am just worried about the hassle of it. Whether you have to be, it's one more thing I have to carry around with me at all times and worry about, like this thing and my laptop, and so I don't know if I should be nervous about that. I'm still kind of on the fence, but hopefully I'll make a decision soon enough. See what the rest of the crew guys have to say about this. I mean, they have more experience in South America than I do. But tomorrow I absolutely will be at the warehouse, get some work done, because I have to. I got a bunch of stuff that came in, a bunch of gear came in that I need to get unboxed and do some work on. And mainly, as I said earlier, I need to get the place set up to get the B rig out and cleaned up and ready to go. We're going to be out of town by the time that thing ships, so we have to basically get our manifest done, all that fun jazz, and get the piece count done and get it in a giant pile on the middle of the floor, taped off, so our shippers can come in and go, that's the pile to go, which happens fairly a lot with a lot of bands. you have people you trust who can pack the trucks for you. So that will be tomorrow. For right now, though, I'm gonna go back to watching Patton. I've been sort of this kick of like looking at like vintage film stuff for more inspiration and checking out like older directors' works and the like focal lengths, all kind of stuff. I've just been really inspired lately on the film front. And a lot of that has to do with this camera, just the way I can shoot with this. I cannot wait to get that update. I still have to find V90 cards somewhere to use, but I'm really looking forward to trying this thing out and getting more cinematic with it and seeing what I can pull off. But so long story short, I've been looking at like a lot of older films and kind of learning from the masters, just the way things are framed, and I typically work with my storytelling and because a lot of my videos are pretty chaotic. Like, oh wow, this shot of a tree that has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I was like, ooh, this looks cool. So I put it on Patton tonight because it was on Netflix. Watched The Right Stuff last week, which is so damn good. Like one of my all-time favorite movies. Patton I haven't seen in quite a while, but it's still a beautifully shot movie. Really everything from that era of Hollywood is just so amazingly well done. Even though he's pretty much a bastard, but he was also a very good military general bastard. Anyways, I shall see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna get this in the computer, get this update put together and color corrected and all that fun jazz, and get back to my movie. So, see you in the morning. Good night. Whatever. Yada yada yada. See you tomorrow. Bye.